Do you suffer from cleaning problems on a consistent basis? And do you know the real impact of these problems for your clients and for yourself? Do you know the root cause of these problems? And would you like to be able to solve them for once and for all? Now, if the answer is yes, then I invite you to watch a short series of videos with Vincent Guido, the MD of Clean Sweep Facilities. And they'll show you how to pick the right cleaning service provider so that you can avoid inconsistency of service due to poorly trained, unreliable cleaners or poor standards, poor communication, and a lack of reporting and other cleaning problems that have a direct negative impact on your budget. I'm going to put away the foundation of the magic of cheap clean so that at the end of this series, we're hoping that you'll not have any conscious desire to go for cheap clean service again. It'll teach you how to look at the cleaning service and your cleaning problems in a completely different way. And here to help us do that is, as I've mentioned, the MD of Clean Sweep Facilities, Vincent Guido. How are you, Vincent?
I'm very good, Brendan. Thank you.
Vincent, what is the main goal of these videos?
Well, the main goal is to teach any property or facility manager how to choose a cleaning company that improves their profitability by solving their cleaning problems in a consistent way. So let's call it a best value long-term service for the purpose of this conversation. And let's call it, just for short, let's call it great service. So throughout this course, we will be referring to great service versus cheap service, just to be clear on these terms.
That's great, Vincent. So tell us, what can we expect to be covered in these videos?
Sure. So to keep it short and interesting, we will only aim to talk about high-level stuff, avoiding any jargons, shiny objects, new cleaning methods, and small details that don't really add to the value of our problems that we are trying to uncover and teach our listeners how to look at the problems differently. So every single video of this series will uncover confusion of the cleaning industry and add an immense amount of clarity in order to solve your cleaning problems. So in the next 4 short videos, we will be covering the following topics. The next video will be about challenges in the cleaning industry for both buyers and sellers of the service, where we will learn the root cause of many problems. The next one will be value of clean, where we will discuss again on a higher level, what is the real value of cleaning for your property. And the next one will be value of cheap clean. This topic is exceptionally interesting topic because of so much confusion in the cleaning industry, with a tendency to go for cheap service, especially nowadays when economy is in recession. And at the very end of our video series, we will be talking about the anatomy of the great service and how to spot one, as well as real losses when you stick with a cheap service versus a great service year after year. And we will also show you a clear process of how to find a great service, or as we like to call, best value long-term service provider.
So Vincent, that's very interesting material ahead of us. But before we get into that, just to give people maybe a flavor of who Vincent Guido is, can you tell us your story, how you came to Ireland and maybe how you came into the cleaning industry?
Sure. Well, we came to Ireland 20 years ago, actually, believe me or not. And my background wasn't in business at all. So we were working in different industry, myself and my wife, happily in a full-time employment. But back in 2007, when the just at the beginning of the recession, we decided to take a jump and set up a cleaning business. Because one of the reasons was because my wife at that time was a cleaning supervisor in a cleaning company. So what we saw in cleaning industry was a couple of things that was really annoying. One of the things was almost like insatiable race towards cheapest, almost like a pandemic. And it was quite strange because it looked like majority of our clients, property managers, they were intelligent people, but when it came to choosing a cleaning service, they simply kept doing the same mistake again and again, ignoring all the flags of cheap cleaning service problems and just sticking to the same mediocre service year after year. So that led to a lot of problems in the industry to do with standards and consistency. So what we did, we really tackled those and got really good putting systems in place and achieving really good results. And since then, we've employed over 100 people in our organization.
So that brings us nearly to the end of the first video. But there is one other thing that will run through each of the videos, and that is Vincent's tip of the day. And these tips, they will help you on different levels really to uncover why you're having cleaning problems on a consistent basis. So Vincent, what is your tip for today?
Well, I have one tip for today, which is quite simple. For the property manager, next time when he's having his usual walk around, to actually have a look at cleaners room and just say hi to cleaners and have a quick glance around the room, what level of organization and cleanliness the room has. This should give an indication of the general attitude of the cleaning service towards your cleaning needs, and possibly what you're going to expect anytime soon. If you still think that your cleaning is addressed quite well, well, then you may experience some different changes in your satisfaction based on what you find in their room.
Vincent, thank you very much. I think we got an awful lot out of today's video, and it teases up very nicely for some good conversations ahead. So thank you very much for that, Vincent.
No problem. You're welcome, Brendan.